sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. What you did today was incredible.
Enjoy your meal, guys.
I feel like I really earned that. We're warriors. Know that we have to keep this fire burning. Let's finish this.
Uh-oh, Titans. You just got your kneecaps bitten by the Detroit Lions.
You guys came out to play. You came out to play, man. That's a huge win. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what champions do. You don't care what time of year it is, what the record is, what the weather is. It doesn't matter. You just show up and do what you do. Here's the thing. Let's call a spade a spade. That was not our best performance, really, on offense, defense. And there was a couple of things, special teams. But you know what happens? Man, when you do and get the returns and production out of special teams that we got, holy crap. Those returns, man, the return units, outstanding. Leaf, holy crap. Okay, and then you get 4 takeaways on defense, and then red zone. What were we in the red zone? 100%? Yes. 5 for 5 in the red zone. Man, holy crap. Right? Good things happen. I got 2 game balls. Before I get the Leaf. This guy every week, man, brings it, and he coaches his freaking ass off, and the most consistent unit over 4 years, Dave Phipp. Come on.
Players, man, and we got a lot of players in this locker room. It ain't about me. I thank God, I thank my family, I love you guys, and I love the game of football, man. It has given me life, all right? And I am grateful to God for the opportunity to work for him, man. Thank you.
All right, listen, so 4 years ago, 2021, okay? Brad comes into my office. He said, check this free agent out. He's at Tennessee, all right? They kind of use him. He's a gadget guy, really a returner. But you think maybe there's a place for him on offense. I watched 10 plays, and I was like, holy shit. Whatever it takes, Brad, let's get this guy in here. Made the call, talked to Leaf, got him in. Listen, man, he's been unbelievable. All right, so 5 punt returns for 190 yards. What? Dude, he was 19 yards shy of the record today. NFL record at punt returns in the freaking 1 touchdown, 38-yard average, all right? 90-yard touchdown, 2 catches, 14 yards, 1 touchdown. The freaking Iron Man does everything you ask. The greatest teammate, works his ass off. Khalif Raymond.
Talking about team ball, 4 takeaways. Khalil, kill him on kickoff return. I'm like, I gotta get 1 too. And I look at the tape, man. Enzo throwing blocks on defense stay for a punt return touchdown. It was so cool to watch. I'll go look at BJ. He's like, man, I don't get called by none of my plays, man, because we keep scoring. So it was such cool, man. That's what good teams do, man. They play team complementary ball, and that's what we just did. So love y'all. Thank God for this, man, and appreciate you guys.
Break it out of here.
Hello, y'all, baby. Heal up, man. Let's go back to work next week, baby. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Well, another day, another Lions W stacking up. As the Lions are now really starting to stack up them W's, as the Lions, they found their mojo and their groove. Even with no J-Mo this week, it was the Titans this weekend, no problem. And hey, the Lions have now gotten another monkey off their back. You know, they conquered their demons against Seattle and Dallas. And now for the first time ever, they finally beat the Tennessee Titans in a regular season game. And boy, did they ever. Holy shit. First time in my lifetime I've seen my team put up 50-plus points in a game. Since the last time the Lions put up 50-plus points in a game, I wasn't even born yet. We'll talk about that later. Instead, let's see how the other Detroit teams fared first before we talk about the beatdown the Lions laid on the Titans.
Detroit basketball!
So starting off, we had Pistons season now officially begin as we get to the regular season, to the games that actually mattered. And over the Pistons in their home opener against Indiana, man, they got up to a great start. A 10-point lead at halftime. Maybe things will be different this year. Alright, Pistons, you know what to do. Keep your foot on the gas, and then you blew it and lose to the home opener to the Pacers. Damn it, even with all the new changes that came in the offseason for firing Troy Weaver and Monty Williams, nope, this team is still total diarrhea. Literally almost the same as last year, and of course they get smoked by Cleveland. And then they had a pretty hard-fought game against Boston, the reigning champs, where they were leading in the closing minutes by 6 points, only for Boston to steamroll them in the closing minutes. Damn it. Yeah, you know, the Pistons, they show fight, but they don't have the talent. Like, they can have the grit all they want, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have the dogs in the on the team to back that grit up. But yeah, even despite it, the Pistons are still total diarrhea. As well, they're starting off the same way they ended last year, losing basketball games. Yeah, did I ever mention that the Pistons are now becoming a #1 lead reason for alcoholism in Detroit? Did I mention that before? No, well, now it's the truth. It used to be the Lions. Now it's the Pistons. Yes, for the Lions to be good, the Pistons still have to be dog shit. Sorry, folks. It's a worthy sacrifice. Plus, I already got my ring with the Pistons anyway back in 04. So I really don't care if they're dog shit anymore. At least I got my ring. Even though a second ring would look good, but they'll get it in due time. But it's going to be one long-ass season. Like, based off the game against Indiana and Boston, you want to know how you know it's going to be a long season for the Pistons? Whatever pain we all felt from those 2 games, take that pain and multiply it by 82. That's how you know it's going to be a long-ass season. Well, off to the liquor cabinet I go. Now we get to the other Detroit team that is causing everyone to get frustrated as all hell, because the Waynes are a lot better than they should be on the ice. As well, the Waynes, they started off pretty strong with a win on Frozen Frenzy against the Islanders, winning 1-0, despite only throwing 10 shots on goal in that game. But hey, one of them made it through while Cam Talbot stood on his fucking head. And those 10 shots in that win against the Islanders, that's the fewest amount of shots on goal the Waynes have had in a win since 1959. God damn, it's been a hot win when the Waynes played like absolute ass and still won. Damn, that doesn't happen often, I guess. And the Waynes continued to be ass in terms of shots on goal, getting outshot pretty badly against the Devils, but still beating the Devils 5-3. Because high-end talent can bail any sorry-ass team out, I guess. But of course, you know, I'll be honest, the Waynes got to get more shots on that. Like, you're not going to win many games in the NHL if you're not getting 20 shots, if you're getting less than 20 shots on net a game. And of course, we would see that firsthand against the Sabres, when the Waynes got absolutely shit-stomped by the Sabres on Saturday. Getting completely steamrolled by the Sabres 5-3. The fan base needed to learn a hard lesson that the Waynes' offensive ineptitude was not going to be sustainable. And Buffalo seems like the perfect example for that. I'll be honest, it just doesn't matter what the Waynes do. They just never match up well against Buffalo. Like, only thing I can say for the Sabres game is, well, there are some teams you match up well against and some you just don't. And for whatever fucking reason, the Waynes never match up well against the Sabres. Don't know why. They just don't. I don't fucking know, man. And then Sunday against the Oilers, a couple hours after the Lions laid the smackdown on Tennessee's candy ass. The Wings were looking to lay a smackdown on the Edmonton Oilers' candy asses. And McDavid and Draisaitl, and this being Leon Draisaitl's 29th birthday. Yeah, that awkward moment when Leon Draisaitl's age matches his jersey number. And Draisaitl had a pretty good game. The Wings pretty much went toe-to-toe with Edmonton all game. But the Wings, they had a 2-1 lead late in the game until Evan Bouchard tied it in the closing minutes. And then in overtime, Leon Draisaitl will put the nail in the coffin. The birthday boy buries the dagger on Detroit. So Detroit had a winnable game against Edmonton and completely blew it. And they probably blew out the candles on Leon Draisaitl's birthday cake too. Oof. But yeah, that's pretty bad when you get your ass handed to you by a birthday boy in Leon Draisaitl. Talented player, let's not get it twisted, but still, oof. But yeah, pretty brutal way. So now the Waynes, they're just booking mediocre right now. Like, this start of the year has been pretty rough with how the schedule is. It's a pretty brutal start to the year. Like, I'll be honest, most of this is on Derek alone. He just does not have the boys ready to go. And just, just a bad offensive strategy when their strategy is just dump and chase. And that just doesn't work. Like, I'll be honest, if the Waynes continue to struggle throughout the early parts of the year, there's a good chance that Derek Alone's hot seat could get hotter and he could be gone real soon if he don't get it turned around. But yeah, Wayne's gotta do something quick if they want to salvage anything this season. Just a rough start. Alright, now with all that Detroit trash out of here, let's now focus on the only good team in Detroit right now, the Lions. As well, they were the furthest thing from trash against the Titans. Detroit, they just proved to everybody why they are most likely the best team in the NFL. Or at least in the NFC for sure. Because a lot of people are going to say, oh, but Kansas City's 7-0. They're undefeated. 2-time back-to-back champs and on the verge of a three-peat with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, a.k.a. Taylor's boyfriend. But anyway, to this game, no. Just wait. Lions got off to a bit of a slow start because Tennessee went toe-to-toe with Detroit for one quarter. Until Tennessee realized that you don't win games in the first quarter. And a game is 60 minutes. And then from the second quarter on, Detroit just pretty much laid the smackdown on Tennessee because it was 14-14 right at the start of the second quarter. And then literally a minute later was when Khalif Raymond and the special teams really helped out for the Lions. The defense also generated a lot of turnovers at the 2 interceptions, the 2 fumble recoveries. Really, the Lions' offense, they didn't really have to do much because they always had great field position when they're averaging around the 40, 50-yard line. Starting around center field. Jared Goff didn't have to do much against the Titans. He barely had any passing yards, but he had 3 passing TDs and only 2 incompletions. But then again, you don't have to do much when you're starting around the 40, 50-yard line. And you have the top O-line in the league and the best running back 1-2 duo in the league. And Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Even Jahmyr Gibbs having another Sonic the Hedgehog type run. That 70-yard touchdown run. Yeah, that's why everyone's calling Jahmyr Gibbs Sonic the Hedgehog. And why David Montgomery is getting called Knuckles the Echidna. Plus, we even had a little trickery with David Montgomery throwing a touchdown pass to Sam Laporta. So Laporta getting another touchdown, and holy shit, David Montgomery can do it all now. Damn, David Montgomery can do everything except hit the goddamn lottery. Because now he can play QB. So hey, if shit hits the fan, I guess David Montgomery could be emergency QB3. Or maybe QB4, depends on where he is in the pecking order behind Amon-Ra St. Brown in terms of emergency quarterbacks. But yeah, maybe we have options in case shit hits the fan at QB. But probably not if Jared Goff keeps playing at the MVP level he's at right now. Because everyone believes in Jared Goff. We believe in Jared Goff. But yeah, of course, from the second quarter on, Detroit would go on an absolute tear and score 38 unanswered points from the start of the second quarter on. That's pretty much once Detroit went up 21-14, Detroit never had to look back after that. Just complete domination. Like, you had 6 different players receive a touchdown for the Lions in this game. And then Jack Fox with the 51-yard field goal, which is currently his career long in the NFL, to give the Lions their first 50-plus point game since Thanksgiving 1997 when they beat the Chicago Bears 55-20. And oh, by the way, the Lions play the Bears this year on Thanksgiving. So yeah. But yeah, of course, Detroit though, I know it's only the Titans, and the Titans are a pretty bad team, but Detroit was expected to beat the living crap out of the Titans, and they were expected to win big, especially when you're favored by 11 points coming in. Well, it ended up becoming 13.5, 14 points before kickoff. The spread changed, it went up by 3 for Detroit. But it didn't matter how much that spread went up. And honestly, at this rate, 14 points is kind of generous considering Detroit won by 38, winning 52-14. And yeah, for the first time ever, the Lions beat the Titans in the regular season game. Since the last time the Lions beat this team was back in the 90s when the Titans were still the Houston Oilers. Well, we can finally put that Houston curse to bed finally. So yeah, the Lions' first game against an AFC opponent this year, since the Lions are playing the AFC South. And they also have that 17th game against the Bills later this year. The Lions did what they were expected to do. They did. And the Lions, they did what good teams do. They took a bad team like Tennessee and embarrassed the living fuck out of them and made them look like absolute dog dung. Just complete domination on all fronts. The Lions still need a pass rusher, but they did pretty good. Really containing Mason Rudolph. The offense didn't have to do much today when the defense and special teams keep giving them good field position off turnovers and great punt returns. We even had Khalif Raymond not only receive a touchdown in this game, he also had a 90-yard punt return for a touchdown as well. And he had Khalif Raymond also had 150 punt return yards as well. He almost broke the record for most punt return yards in a single game. Missed it by 17 or some shit. Damn, that would have been something if Khalif set the record. God damn, because Khalif was an absolute fucking beast. I'll tell you right now, for the Lions in the 3-1-3, everybody loves this Raymond. Everyone also loves Lucas Raymond, except Raymond also got injured against the Oilers, so maybe that's not the time to love Raymond there. But yeah, the Lions, not much to say about this game when it was just complete domination for throughout the game from start to finish. Tennessee never had the lead. All Tennessee could do was just keep up for one quarter, but then Detroit just kept piling it on. And then once Detroit started piling it on, Tennessee never stood a chance. So yeah, and of course, there's going to be some questions this week since the deadline coming up this week. Can the Lions go get a guy like Max Crosby, or will they go for Myles Garrett or Sedarius Smith, a couple pass rushers in the mix? Now, I know the Raiders saying they're not interested in trading. They're not interested in trading Max Crosby. Yeah, we'll see about that. I think the Raiders are going to learn what the Ted DiBiase rule is. And the Ted DiBiase rule is very simple. Everybody's got a price. Now, Raiders, we can do this the easy way or the hard way, because I'll tell you what, I like Max Crosby, and I want him. So, Raiders, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours. And trust me, you don't want to know what the hard way is. Because the hard way is going to be forced to have me put the belt to the side and take this tribal chain off. Or maybe I use this tribal chain for something. But yeah, Lions get the win. And yeah, well, that's our first AFC opponent down. So in terms of the AFC South, 1 down, 3 to go. You're next, Houston. And we'll have that chance in 2 weeks. Because before we have a shot at Houston, we gotta deal with some foes in the NFC North. since there's another team out of Wisconsin that wants to have their shot at this belt. They want to have a shot at the champs. So we gotta deal with some business first. For a little war week time. And no, I'm not worried about fucking Chicago. Fuck them. Especially after they gave up a fucking Hail Mary to Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. Honestly, Tyreek Stevenson, you did nothing wrong. Just keep being the absolute dumbass that you are, man. Just keep being you and keep being an absolute dumbass. Only in Chicago, am I right? Yo, trust me, I heard about the ending of that Chicago-Washington game with the Jaden Daniels Hail Mary. I watched it and that was kind of funny. All I say for that Hail Mary is I hope Judah Tribe's okay. I guess he's alright, isn't he? Anyway, big win, got the job done against Tennessee. Lions did what they were expected to do, and they lay it the smackdown on Tennessee's country hit candy ass. Anyway, got the win. We finally beat the Titans. Now it's on to Green Bay next week for that matchup against the Green Bay Packers. That may or may not have Jordan Love after Jordan pulled his his groin against the Jackoffs. And because after Green Bay is the AFC South gauntlet. But before that, we gotta deal with Green Bay first, with them first place in the NFC North on the line. See y'all later. I'm out, and go Lions!
Let me tell you something. I love this team now. I got goosebumps, gentlemen. I love this team.
This November, when the chips are down, America needs a leader it can turn to. His name is Dan Campbell. He has revived not one, but 2 franchises.
Welcome to Applebee's.
He is a man of culture.
I love the experience of a theater now. Go in and get some popcorn, get you a Coke, sit down, recline the seat.
He has a plan to bring America back.
But I got a plan, I swear to you. I just need you to trust me. That's all.
For Detroit, for America, for you. On November 5th, there is one man who will lead America into the future. Vote Dan Campbell for president.
I'm Dan Campbell, and I approve this message.